Mr. Professional. It's not like
Hello.
I need any liquid courage or anything to be ready for stream. Whoa, what was that sound? So strange.
Hello, welcome in. Hello, Mizu, of course.
Why am I so fucking laggy?
I don't know. That's on you. Hello, Action, welcome. Hello, Duo. The guess is early. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys. My computer started acting up before I called Mizu, and I was like, I think my computer is being weird. And then Mizu was like, okay, I also have something going on, and I just solved it. And I was like,
I am being framed. I am being positioned like a monkey boy, which I am, but
you are a monkey boy. But
there's a difference between a silly monkey boy and a regular monkey boy.
Okay, well, my computer was not okay because I needed to shut it down and then turn it on. I am playing so fast and loose with my computer, like, it could explode at any moment. Any moment now. I'm very scared, you know?
I'm scared for you. We don't need another wildfire.
How do I put out a fire if my PC is the source of the fire? Someone send help. I told my friend, I was like, yeah, so if there was a zombie apocalypse, I give myself 3 hours to get to my friends.
Okay.
Okay, if I knew that there was a zombie apocalypse, I give myself 3 or 4 hours maximum to get to my friends Ever and Ash, and they live pretty close, right? And so I was like, if I can't get to them in time, I'm just gonna, perish. That's it. I just lay down and die.
Okay, so go ahead first.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna go on a huge tangent about how I've planned many a zombie apocalypse survival strategies.
Okay, I actually have to hear this answer, but let me finish first, and then you can go off on your zombie apocalypse plans. Because I was telling my friend this, and they were like, oh, I mean, I haven't really thought about it, but maybe I should go get you first. I was like, yeah.
Pretty funny.
Because if I don't have my friends close to me, that's it, I'm giving up on life. I can't live by myself. I'm one of those weak people who, at the beginning of an apocalypse, I'm not very useful. You know?
Okay, so you eventually become useful?
Yeah, I could talk people's ears off. I have really fine, like, meticulous, like,
2 years
finger
into
work.
the zombie apocalypse. Man, I really wish I could be playing Jump King. I don't know why I give you 2 years. I think it's like 2 weeks in.
Listen,
Man, I wish I could play Jump King.
Listen, okay? I'm very resourceful when it comes to cooking. I can make clothes, okay? Like, I can weave. I know how to weave. I know how to sew. I know how to do all of that stuff, which is, like, much more important, like, way later on when you're, like, maybe establishing, like, a community versus, like, people who are just strong, who can brute force their way into survival. I need someone to protect me until we can get to that point where we're establishing some kind of communal, like, village, okay?
Okay. You're in the post-apocalyptic era. Yeah, no, it's very valuable. You're at the same tier as Doctor. I'll give that to you.
No, because I feel like at the beginning, a doctor is still very useful.
Okay, but hear me out. A doctor's usefulness plummets. Like, maybe after a little bit. Because once there are no medical supplies, they're kind of useless. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you can't do anything, you're useless.
If you don't have, like, a sterile environment, sterile tools, I guess.
That's my hot take.
I see. Wait, hold on. Let me catch up with chat real fast. Slavi says, I took the wrong exit on the highway today, but then I heard Princess's voice in my head going, you got this, Floppy.
You got this, Floppy.
You got this, Floppy. Are you making candied walnuts? Candied pecans? I kind of want both of those. That sounds really yummy. Yeah, you missed your chance to ban someone. Hey, Jaden, welcome in. Hello, Cap. Hello, Zero. I'll be in and out of the stream because I'm somewhat busy today. No worries. We're just gonna be, Did you figure out why it was possessed? But probably, most likely culprit is the graphics card. So, my computer is, I'm like... it's like exhaling its last breath, and I'm praying that it stays together long enough for me to get to my friend Ash's house so he can like swap out a video card that might be okay. Cause like I'm waiting for the next generation AMD video cards to come out in like March, April. You know? So I'm like, I can't buy right now.
Gotta hold out. You're almost there.
I know. So I just gotta chug along for like 3 more months, please. Wake me when there's civilization, please. It's true. What if you're just a normal person, but you have all the chicken soup for the soul books? Would that be useful in the post-apocalyptic world?
Absolutely. Okay, this kind of tangents right into like how I would survive.
Oh yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Go.
So okay, let me preface this by saying, I eat my dog's food. Like, you're like, what? You're a fucking freak. No. I don't mean like I take spoonfuls of that shit. I'm like, whenever I buy my dog food, I like try like a little piece to make sure like
I do that
just to
too.
see, because I'm curious, right?
Well, I'm not curious. I just do it because I'm like, okay. Well, yeah, I am kind of curious, but also I'm like, if I can't eat it, why would I give it to my dog?
Exactly. So I've had enough of the little doggy bits where I'm like, I could eat dog food if I really had to. And dog food preserves. And you could get so much of it. Like, if I just had like a giant thing of dog food, that would last a long time. Now, is it the best meal? No. But imagine the shelf space of a big ass bag of dog food versus like canned foods. Each can is like 1 meal. A bag of dog food is like a bajillion meals. It's crazy. And also, then I could feed my dog. But you know, I'd be willing to eat the dog food to survive. Is the long and short of it. And everybody's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go to Costco. I'm gonna go to fucking like, Walmart.
That's like the one thing you don't want to go. You don't want to go there because there's gonna be people who are violent who are gonna be fighting over supplies.
Exactly. So I'm gonna go to the pet store where nobody's gonna be like, oh, I need to go to the pet store. And I'm gonna stock the fuck up on dog food, and I'm gonna be ready. I'm loaded. I got food for years.
Oh my God.
I just gotta eat dog food, you know?
Oh my God.
And like, you know, if you get the like little fish food, like fish food is also edible, and it's like a little bit of a salty fish flavor. You know, slice that up a little, boom.
That's hilarious.
Tell me that's a bad idea.
No, that's you know,
ingenious.
it's actually quite clever.
But don't spread it around too much in case there is a zombie apocalypse, so that I could actually go and be fine.
Hi Ash, welcome in. Hi Surin. Dinner party at Mizu and Prince's house. Wow, your dogs must eat a lot. You have so many open cans of dog food. Stop! No cat food. Cat food smells
I
really
support the dog
gross.
food.
I don't know.
Cat food is terrible smelling. I agree with that.
Yeah, like
Dog food is whatever. Maybe it's because
Yeah.
I'm kind of like normalized to it.
I know. Me too.
Ash thinks it's a great plan.
Like dog kibble is like, I think it smells fine, you know, like because I have to
Okay.
feed my dog every time, so it's like fine
Yeah.
at this point. Hey T, welcome in.
Some dog food is terrible. I will say.
Yeah.
But like, what is the one that's like the one that all the vets recommend?
I don't know, Purina.
It's like no. It's like a little. I don't know. It's like little kibbles, and I'm like, yo, this is kind of fire. I can eat this. But
I don't think I've ever fed my dog that. So
no,
I
not
don't
fire.
know.
But like, it's like this is kind of edible. I could totally eat
this
this.
is kind of edible.
This is kind of fun. It's the one that's the science dog food.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there's a new movie coming out called Night Bitch. I think you two would enjoy it. Night Bitch.
Night bitch.
Well, I will write that down. Write that down. Mizu, write that
Night
down. Mizu was a dog in a past life, confirmed.
Okay, so I'm almost certain that I was a fisherman in a past life. Royal Canin. That's the one. That's the one that's actually kind of okay. I'm almost certain I was a fisherman in a past life.
Why?
Because one, I love to be on the water, and I love
water?
fishing, and I love sailing. It's just, have you ever gone sailing and just the wind on the ocean? Just
I mean,
feels-
I've been on a ferry. I've been on a cruise.
It's very different from being on a little ferry boat or a cruise ship versus like on a sailboat. Oh,
No.
it's so nice.
I
Just
feel
gotta be
like,
watch out.
I don't know. That's too adventurous for me. What if I fall off?
Dude, you wear a life jacket, you freak.
What if I fall off?
You got a boat duo? Trying to let me on your boat? I'll sing Lonely Island. All fucking yeah.
Sailing is amazing. You said Mizu? My man, I got a boat. Sail. Oh, you sail.
Yeah, sailing is amazing. You just gotta be careful with the boomstick, because that shit swangs, and if you get bonked in the head, you might die.
Oh, damn. No, thank you. I just want to sit on a yacht, you know, like, and just drink and, you know, picnic on the ocean.
You know how they call it glamping? Like glamour camping?
Yeah.
Yachting is just what would you call that? Glailing?
Glailing?
Terrible, I know. Water glamping, oh my god. Yeah.
Glamping.
Just inventing words here. That's what I do.
Water glamling. Princess wants the royal treatment and Mizu wants adventure.
It's true. It's true.
Makes so
I
much
am, in
sense.
fact, my character is in fact based off of me. What? Who would have thought?
I mean, Princess is my name, not a, you know, not a title, but
It could be
yeah, we
both.
should
If you really think about it.
get
You
to the
marry a
game.
king who happens to be really good at jumping. I think it'd be both.
Okay, I feel like we're so close to being done. So,
You kept playing after I left. I don't know how much and for how long.
not that much longer, because we did get to a good stopping point, I think.
That was a fast
Yeah.
shower. If I had a boat, what would I name her? Either if I were to stick in theme of my lore, Camelot, because that shit's funny as fuck.
Oh my god.
I don't even need to say another name. You know what? That's good enough.
What's your do you have a name for your car? What's your car's name?
The name for my car is kind of irrelevant. I named it when I was in high school. So
Well, okay, so what's the name of your car?
surprisingly, kind of on theme. I named her Queenie.
Queenie? That's actually really cute. Who does
Yeah.
not name their car? I named my car. Okay, but like I feel like everyone names their car a girl name.
Because all guys want to fuck their car. Yeah. I like the way it sounds. Yeah, I like the way it feels. I like the way I grip that wheel. Yeah. What about when I honk that horn? To make me wash you. Ooh, you're a dirty girl.
I know I can't even read right now. I know someone that named their car Snowflake and Big Bertha.
It doesn't mean that they don't want to fuck their car. It's just because his name's Snowflake or Big Bertha.
Ash says, I named my car a male name and now I'm considering changing it to a girl name. Wait, what's your car's name? My car's name is Buzz. I love it very much. My car just looks like a Buzz. Buzz, you know?
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Not as I don't want to fuck my car though.
Well, you named it Buzz. Well, I'm just saying. You did that. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying.
It's Miles from
Subconscious naming? Maybe you do want to fuck him? Oh no.
Oh my god.
Suspicious.
Oh, okay.
Little sus.
Okay, we should okay. Go ahead.
I need my car Buzz. Not like I want to fuck it. Wait a minute. Oh no.
Not
What the fuck?
covered in 15 decals. What's your car's name? Adult toy? No! It's Buzz like Buzz Lightyear. Shut the fuck up, you guys!
I don't know, a little double entendre.
No!
Okay, do I need a recap of what I missed?
No, because it was literally, we just finished out the dialogue and then it was, the next, testimony, witness testimony.
Okay, it's so fucking funny. Princess is so brave.
Stop. Why do you think he's called Buzz Lightyear? I don't know, because that's his name?
Yeah, that's all. There's definitely no hidden meaning behind a toy named Woody and another toy named Buzz. I'll let you think about that one. I had a guest waiting for me when I returned to my cabin after finishing my evening meal in the dining room.
What?
When I walked through the door, a mustachioed Englishman was there, foolishly waving a gun at me.
What?
I soon took care of him with an ippon sui throw, though. He couldn't wait to run away after that. I imagined his watch was broken when I threw him over my shoulder. It was nothing to do with his murder. And what about the gun in the fucking... I mean, the gun in the wall. The bullet hole in the wall. The inspector was clearly killed, having returned to Britain, because his body was found in London.
Chat, is this real?
Is what real?
Did I not realize this entire time? Toy Story? The names of the toys. Chat, is this real?
Oh my god, they all have sus names.
Wait,
Oh,
really?
what? Oh my god, imagine adult
Wait,
toys in the
hold on.
Toy Story
So
universe. Oh wait, maybe they all are. Oh,
there's like
oh.
Woody, there's Buzz. What other names are there?
Okay, Duo says there's Porkins. You tell me how that goes.
What's that
Mr.
T-Rex guy's name? Mr. Potato Head, right?
Yeah. Mr. Potato Head? You could say that's euphemism for something. Is that Velma Dinky? No.
Hello, I'm not Velma, but you know, don't take my glasses away from me because I can't see without my glasses.
Okay, we're talking about sex toys and then you're trying to lead up to the portal plots? Come on, chill out. Chill out. Joinks. Potato
Okay.
Head is the hottest. Rocking that dad figure. Okay. And if you like, you could switch out his parts. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Okay. 이보세요.
Come.
Who is that biker toy from Toy Story who spread out his legs?
I'm pretty sure it's just like fucking sex pony or something. I don't know.
Chat, did I miss did I miss all of this as a kid? Chat, I have never looked at Toy Story in a sus way before.
And now you know. Little Bo Peep. Ooh.
Oh.
That's a sexual awakening and a half. I don't even remember what the fuck this guy's voice was. Judge voice. Yes. A common jujutsu martial arts. Now what the fuck is going on? I can't judge voice. Give me a moment. Let me like unique New York this shit up real quick.
New York, unique New York, unique New York. This is a great start to stream.
You're fucking 30 minutes in. What do you mean?
We got like 2 minutes into the game.
I don't. A common jujutsu martial arts technique in my country. I don't remember what I did. I was careful not to use too much force, but the man obviously landed too heavily for his watch to take. Yeah, I'm not getting our head out. This is one easy one. This is basically my real voice. I imagine you can see the plan you're legend now, can't you?
What?
The fact that the pocket watch was broken in the witness's cabin in no way proves that the victim murder took place there.
Ugh.
I've no doubt the inspector intended to kill me. But he didn't manage to pull the trigger.
Yeah, because he was merely the tactician, not the Reaper's skin of death.
Well, the testimony appears to make perfect sense as far as I can tell.
Let me express my deep gratitude for your understanding, my lord. See, they're clearly working together.
But if this testimony holds, Judge Jigoku will be deemed to have had no involvement in the case. Well, counsel, I really see no reason for wasting precious court time here on a cross-examination. Sorry, my lord. The defense has a right to cross-examine, and I don't intend to squander that.
You're an embarrassment to your countrymen, not knowing when you're beaten.
In that case, proceed, Mr. Naruhodo.
All right, top 10 stream openings. Yeah.
We had a wide variety of topics there. What, like zombie apocalypse and car names and Toy Story? Okay.
Hold it!
Because the so-called guard posted at your cabin door had just let your killer pass, you mean?
I'm sorry. Apparently, Gregson told the crewman he was a police inspector, which was the truth, of course.
Floppy says, I kind of fucked up the recipe and doubled the egg whites. I guess we'll see how it goes. Oh my god, Floppy using double the amount of egg whites? You're so rich, Floppy, to be able to waste eggs like that.
In this economy?
In this economy?
Like, unironically this time.
I have not been able to purchase eggs since, like, last month, and I want to cry.
I don't even want to talk about it. Apparently, they're like legalizing, like, egg sales of potentially sick chickens and whatnot. I'm just like, why in the... This is to reduce the egg prices, also to kill people, apparently. Ah, yes.
I know, it's crazy. Anyways, he wouldn't have had his identification with him, though.
He had his trench coat and mustache, not to mention the bag of chips. I imagine the crewman was convinced. What the fuck does that mean, bro?
I know, right? But the man accompanying him would have had two sword slung around his waist.
You mean me?
Who else?
Yes, that's true. You would have hoped the sight of a few swords might have set off alarm bells in the guard's head.
The point is, I met the captain before its occupant returned, and I immediately disembarked the ship.
Where's your proof, bro? Certainly, all I can tell you is that only the inspector was waiting for me when I arrived back at my cabin.
And you entered without an inkling of suspicion.
That's right. None whatsoever.
Hold it!
Obviously, you're talking about Inspector Gregson?
Yes, though at the time I didn't know the man's name. I feel like there's a connection there. And there was no time for introductions. I value my life over manners. I feel like he did know Gregson somehow.
Okay, we'll have to look back at the evidence of what we have.
Did they have a picture together?
They might. I'll have to check. By which you mean that the inspector was there to assassinate you, I suppose.
That was certainly the impression given by the gun pointing in my direction. I know Gregson has a photo with the Reaper twins, but I've never seen the muzzle of a revolver shake around so much in my life. Anyone would think the man had never shot somebody before.
Believe it or not, most of us haven't.
Anyway, there was no time to call for the help of the crewman at the door, so I dealt with the man myself. He could.
Hold it!
Even though the man had a gun? That was a very brave move, wasn't it?
My 8.3 is far faster than a bullet, I can assure you.
But surely all that commotion caused the crewman to come in, didn't it?
Yes, of course. He burst in immediately without knocking. The inspector hurled himself at the stocky fellow and just managed to slip past him to make his escape. But you just said that he couldn't.
The outstanding guard does it again.
You
Yeah,
also
because
said there was no guard.
because they were
He's
up in
contradicting
up on the deck, right?
Luckily, there aren't many situations I can't get out of using a quick ippon suite. Se oi.
Hold it!
The crown snapped off, and the glass covering the face of the watch was cracked.
Preferable to the man's head being pulled off or his spine cracking, wouldn't you say?
Not that the man was spared for long. A bullet to the chest soon saw to that. But the point is, the broken pocket watch doesn't prove that a murder took place.
Absolutely not. All the watches prove is the power of my jujitsu throw.
Whatever you say, it doesn't quite ring true that no shot was fired in that cabin. Because there was an obvious bullet hole in the wall.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
That's what the star of your lowbrow detective stories told you, is it? Well, I don't care for such fiction. Haven't you worked it out yet, you little stripling? No murder took place in my cabin.
Hold it!
Sorry, I read Floppy's message. Just
Fucked up these nuts.
Well, I can't wait to find out in 1 hour, Floppy. Please come back and update us. But there's no evidence that proves the victim ever returned to London alive.
Just take a moment to think that idea of yours through now, stripling.
What?
If the inspector was killed on the steamship in France, how on earth could he have got back to Britain? I don't know. Somebody moved him? When people die, their bodies remain at that same spot. It's a devil of a thing.
Have you
Bro, it's
never
like-
heard of staging a crime scene?
Do you not know what a cemetery is? You think people just die in the cemetery? The fuck?
Actually.
No wonder those
you're
places
right.
are cursed, huh? So many people just happen to die in the cemetery. Wow, right next to their loved ones sometimes too. It's crazy. A whole family murdered here?
Oh my god. Well, then obviously the culprit must have moved the body.
Okay, yo man. How exactly? With his hands? Carrying a corpse off a ship in your arms would raise a few eyebrows at least, don't you think? Y'all got bags?
Well-
you know.
Yes, that's true, but we know that his lug. Oh,
Literally you, the big giant judge man,
yeah, was
fit in
able
a
to fit in
goddamn
his
trunk.
case. Yeah.
You wanna tell me a little Gregson man with all of his fish and chips couldn't fit in there too?
I would like to think the border police would query the corpse of an English gentleman as hand luggage.
If the murder had taken place aboard the ship, you would imagine the body would have been disposed of at sea.
Unless you were trying to use it to frame somebody.
There would be no sense in risking being caught and attempting to transport the body back to Britain.
Ugh, that's killed that idea then.
Perhaps not.
Miss Susato?
We've heard that the first-class passengers were under constant scrutiny by the crewmen posted to guard them. Which would mean that the culprit had no opportunity to dispose of the body at sea.
Yes, that's true. So transporting the body to Britain may have been the only viable alternative.
You me, you really knew this, aren't you? Ah, shit, dude. I thought I'd been perfectly clear. but it seems I'm going to have to explain in words you can understand. I think I ought to alter my testimony with your consent, of course, my lord.
I have no objection. State your amended testimony now.
There's no possible way I could have transported that fucking objection!
There's an idea.
Think about it, stripling. All passengers and crew disembarked at the same time and passed through the same checks at the border. The symposium guests were then driven straight to the hotel in carriages organized by the ministry.
And we met you as soon as you arrived at the hotel.
So you did. Well then, remind me, did I have a corpse over my shoulder at the time? He was in a rush, do you remember?
I don't. What?
He
No.
was in a rush to dip the fuck out. So, we're in agreement then. I couldn't possibly have brought the inspector's body back to Britain. Unless, of course, they've developed some clever device these days to instantly move things from A to B.
Funny you should say that.
Professor Hairbrain's invention didn't actually work, if you remember, Mr. Naruto.
Yes, of course. The defense has become unusually quiet, I notice.
Yes, because there's really nothing more to say.
Okay, so let's take a look at the picture. So that's his story.
Well, I suppose if you think about it, whenever you drop a teacup in the office and it breaks, we don't say, Mr. Naruto must have been murdered there, do we?
Is that a veiled threat about what might happen to me if I break another one?
And the fact is that Inspector Gregson's body was found in the little room on Fresno Street. If he really was killed in Judge Shikoku's cabin.
The body would have had to been moved somehow, obviously.
Are you guys stupid?
Transporting a dead body over a country border? That would be impossible for the majority of people.
He's an honored guest, my
I know,
guy.
right? So there must have been special circumstances that made it possible for the culprit then.
That could be a vital realization, I think, Mr. Naruto. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
So, let's take a look.
Whatever. What's our evidence?
I
Maybe
think-
safe.
Oh, that's right. Just you
Whoa.
know, a cheeky little save. That's fine.
Oh man. Oh yeah. You know,
Just a
you did say your
slower-
computer was having weird issues.
You're
so-
right. You're right. It's because
I know
my
that we're playing on a
computer keeps
Switch or whatnot, but you
crashing.
know.
You know. Hi, MT. Welcome in. Okay, so we do have this picture of everyone.
Look at this photograph.
He wasn't there.
Look at that trunk.
Oh, he is there. That's the
Look at that trunk.
Yeah, and then.
Can't believe
is
there was 5
there-
people in that picture.
Is there like showing maybe their special, you know, like maybe because they are guests of the symposium that they have special treatment? Is there any evidence of that?
What was on the letter of introduction?
This was just their steamship
Oh, it's just their ticket.
ticket, yeah.
Then not that one.
Okay, so the newspaper, the photograph of Mr. Vigil, letter of introduction, dismissal, frame photograph, revolver, policeman figure, red hairpiece, candelabrum.
Can you look at this picture real quick?
This one?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. It is just the brothers and
Yeah.
Gregson.
Yeah.
None of the Nippon
Autopsy
news.
report, crime scene floor plan, notice board that has a bloody handprint.
Mhm.
Venus firecracker, photograph of Gregson.
Okay. Well, shh.
This is his identification. Commemorative photograph.
Asogi papers wasn't there? Nothing.
It's just the last will of Genshin Asogi.
Okay.
Victor Gregson's metal traveling trunk.
Okay.
passport, autopsy,
Lucky Charms.
evacuation drill, small component, which is the crown, telegram from
Okay.
Japan.
What did it have in here again?
This one just had the list of names. So K Asogi,
Okay.
Shin, and then T Gregson, J Wilson.
Gotcha.
So
the
the
killer
top,
and the target.
yeah, the tops are the killers, and then the bottoms are the targets.
No, they're all killers.
Okay, so
Back it
what?
up.
Okay, so he has. Watch was broken when I threw him over my shoulder. Has nothing to do with his murder. Threw him. Mustache. Okay, the only thing that he changed was this statement. There's
I
no
thought
possible
Gregson
way.
didn't have his gun.
Gregson didn't have his gun.
Oh no, it's Van Zieks that didn't have his gun.
Yeah.
You,
Hello,
could you present the photo in this one, maybe?
This one here?
Yeah.
Hold it!
Oh shit, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry. Okay, okay, so present.
Present.
And it would be this. Where the fuck is that photo? There it is. No. What? There it is.
This one, yeah.
Objection!
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's no possible way you could have moved Inspector Gregson's body, you say. I would say the opposite is true.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Far from being impossible for you to do, the transporting of Inspector Gregson's body back to Britain is something only you could do.
What are you talking about with your nose gang?
As well as being a judge, Mr. Jigoku is also Japan's Minister of Foreign Affairs, which means he's exempt from having his luggage searched when he enters the country. We learned that when we first met you upon your arrival in London.
Yeah, like this is for multiple reasons.
Well,
One, you
all
didn't have
those
to-
passport checks and luggage searches at the border took rather a lot of time. I must say I'm very envious of your ministerial status. You didn't have to go through any of that, did you?
Oh, I knew you'd be jealous. Echoes.
I presume you recall this, Judge Jigoku?
Look at this photograph.
It's a photograph we took in the foyer of the hotel to mark the occasion. As the court will note, you have with you your large travel trunk. Large enough, in fact, to have a corpse inside.
Mr. Naruto, surely you're not suggesting.
Gonna alert too. I feel feverish. I woke up with a cold today. Oh no,
Get
Duo.
well
I'm so
soon.
sorry. Get well.
No,
Get
not
better.
the eggs. The eggs got to do.
I hope that you can recover, and I hope to see you back soon. Have a good lurk.
Wait. Before we continue,
Uh-huh.
there was two things I was going to ask you. One, did you win the Jump King race?
Absolutely not. No.
Well, how'd you do?
Lost in the first round.
That's crazy. You were like crushing it in like 2 minutes or some shit.
I was so nervous.
Oh, you should have took a couple shots. Nah.
The jumping was fine. It was the mental of like it's been a really long time since we raced,
Mhm.
you know, and like it's that I don't know, the feeling of stress just took over and I was shaking. And because I was shaking, I couldn't jump. Like
Rip.
my whole body was shaking. It wasn't just my hands. And like I woke up and it was kind of cold. And like during the jump, like the competition, my hands got so cold. Like my fingers were so cold and my toes were so cold because I think there was just so much adrenaline going through my body that like, you know, like all of the heat went to like the core part of my body and my fingers and like extremities were so cold. my body was shaking and I couldn't jump, and then I made one mistake and that was it. I like totally just I couldn't recover.
Spiraled.
Yeah, that was bad. I don't know how to copy like like you can practice speedrunning over and over and over, but that feeling of like I'm racing against someone, like
Mhm.
I can't replicate that just on my
You
own.
just don't have the clutch gene training.
Yeah.
If you ever wanted to watch some yaoi basketball, Crocodile Basket is super super gay and is barely about basketball. And then there is a sequence. There is a sequence which teaches you how to like perform in the clutch under a lot of pressure.
I
Um,
see. Uh-huh.
I can give you the secret if you want it, or you
What's
could watch a bunch of yaoi
I'm
basketball.
not gonna watch yaoi basketball. What's the secret?
Ah.
Share
So
with me secrets of the
in the
world.
show, what they did was the character got he loves like his little fucking Japanese figurines, and he would like buy them from the vending machines all the
Uh-huh.
time. And then for his practice is like, all right, there's 1 second left on the shot clock. You got to make this shot. If you miss, the coach trainer lady would smash his figurine every time he'd miss. The stakes were high. And he's like, no, not my fucking figurine. So then he got really good at being in the clutch after that.
I see. I don't know that there's something that I can do.
So every time you miss a jump in your Jump King race, you have to send a text to someone you don't want to. Or your coach person would send a text for you. That's how it would be like, oh no, you can't even control what you're saying.
That's terrifying.
Exactly. So that's how you get good.
I see.
I hope this email finds you well. Or like you literally somebody sends an email to your boss and he's like, I hope this email finds you unwell, bitch. Yeah, see that fear is in your heart, and now you're like, I gotta nail this.
All right, okay. I'm afraid I am, yes.
Or you could just watch a bunch of yaoi basketball.
3
that's cool
days
too.
ago, when we were chatting innocently with the new arrivals from Japan in the hotel, the body of Inspector Gregson was just meters away from us, inside Judge Jigoku's trunk.
But my favorite line from all of Goku no Basket is just be ready to lose. We're gonna mop the floor with you tomorrow. It's like the cadence is fucked off. It's like it just makes no sense. It's like just be ready to lose. We're gonna mop the floor with you tomorrow. And it's just like, bro, why are you even speaking English? Just Japanese kid just speaking English. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No worries, no worries. Order! Order! Order in the court! I'm skeptical, counsel, that a grown man's body could fit inside even the largest travel trunk. It could. Because I happen to know that the witness himself, a man of considerable size, fits inside his trunk. And verifying that would be extremely simple, wouldn't it, Judge Jigoku?
Ugh.
But inside his trunk, how horrifying.
Yeah, you were like 2 feet away from that.
And after we'd spoken with you at the Great Waterloo Hotel, you had the opportunity to visit the apparent scene on Fresno Street, taking your trunk with you in a cab to deposit the inspector's body.
I don't have to listen to this nonsense.
Dr. Gori, the coroner who examined the body, has confirmed the possibility. She's acknowledged there are signs that steps may have been taken to disguise the true time of death. The onset of the body's decomposition could have been delayed by storing it in a refrigerator. Counsel, I remember explaining yesterday. Refrigerators of the requisite size are few and far between.
I'm on a boat.
Yes, I'm sure they are, but one place they're certainly found is on large ocean liners. Ugh.
Oh, I failed to recognize that simple fact.
Such ships are equipped with electrically refrigerated cold rooms to keep food fresh on their long sea voyages, and the SS Grouse is no exception. Professor Mikotsuba told me about it only yesterday. Well, Judge Jigoku?
Tell me about it.
Bitch.
However much you prolong this debate, you can't eliminate the truth. All the evidence points to you being the killer.
He's got one less trick up his sleeve. Well, this is very heartening. I can see that it was a wise move, letting Asogi and you embark on this study tour.
What are you talking about now?
Logical reasoning, of course. Our court proceedings will be built on logical reasoning in the new century. And I can see that you've both laid firm foundations for that already.
Yet, Vigoku, please, stop diverting attention from the issue at hand. The defense has made an accusation against you. Now, do you respond?
Respond? There's really no need for me to respond, is there?
Why ever not?
Because before you can even begin to answer the question of when the victim was killed, you must first establish one key fact. Where was the victim killed? It's quite logical.
The actual scene of the crime.
The prosecution's stance is unaltered. The killing took place on Fresno Street when the gunshot was heard.
We know that was fucking firecrackers, you freak.
As the accused, Barack Van Zeke shot the victim at point-blank range.
There's like so many reasons that's wrong.
I know, right? Since no tangible evidence exists to disprove the prosecution's claim at this time, the defense's deductions amount to little more than an elaborate fairy tale.
I'm afraid that's how the logical reasoning the British are known for really works, young sapling. Alright, two things immediately. Candle.
And the
there's,
firecrackers.
And the firecrackers, like, bro.
Yeah, I know, right? The victim was shot in that little room on Fresno Street and died instantly? I'm afraid it's the prosecution's claim. That's the only fairy tale here.
Ooh, daddy, how can you say that?
Quite simply, because that claim directly contradicts a certain piece of evidence in our possession. What evidence? What? Very tantalizing, counsel. I think you had better explain yourself to the court, don't you? We're just gonna say
Yes, I will,
crash
immediately after I do this
after,
real
you
quick.
know, for no reason. The computer will crash, it's fine.
Mhm.
The prosecution
Impressive.
claims that Inspector Gregson died instantly when he was shot at the scene on Fresno Street. But this evidence clearly contradicts that claim that he wasn't that he didn't die right away.
Was it the candle? Is it the autopsy? Is autopsy maybe? What's the autopsy say?
Indeterminate. Victim shot in the chest at close range from the front, resulting in an instant death. Scorch marks at point of entry. The bullet exited the body from behind. Caliber of guns used matches that of standard issue firearms for members of the
Okay, so
judiciary.
this would say instant death, which is not what we want. So it has to be the candles.
No. We want something that shows that,
He didn't die instantly.
yeah.
The reason I say it's the candles is because the rest of them kept burning.
But that was at the fake crime scene.
Yeah, so like how did that even fucking occur?
I think it would be the candles. Hold
Alright,
on.
what else is there?
What do we have? We have the telegram, the small component, evacuation drill, the great sword.
What's the other autopsy report?
Clint's autopsy report, which is the brother of Van Zeek's, who was killed by the
Oh, this is irrelevant to this case right now.
right now, yeah.
Okay. Not that. Definitely
Is it
not this.
when they were fighting? I don't know.
Not that. I'm like, it's the pocket watch is broken from when he got thrown, so it's not bad.
Yeah.
What's the photograph of the victim look like? Uh,
Just blood
Not-
around his body.
not conclusive. Crime scene photo floor plan.
Found at the scene. Probably best to avoid handling it.
Bang.
Can we just... Let's just take a look.
Have you
So
not
this
done
is
this
the
already?
type of revolver that standard issue remembers? Maybe. I don't remember.
Yes, as a record, I cares about others too. I was there for the past 5 years. They've been engraved with a unique serial number.
Oh, but as far as I can tell, there's nothing like that on this gun.
Which tells us that it must have been issued longer ago than that.
Okay. Okay.
That's it. Just that
Okay.
it's a serial number that's missing?
That's older than 5 years. So I don't know when Barack von Zieks became a judge.
10
man.
years ago.
All right. Well, then it could easily been his. Only thing I could think of is the candle. What does the crime scene photograph look like? Does that reveal anything?
It just shows where his body was. I mean, I can present it. I just don't think that that's it.
What else could it be,
the
madame?
candelabra. You want me to present this, right?
That's the only thing I could think of. What else can you think of?
I don't
Fuck you,
think.
I don't think. End
I
of
don't
statement.
think it has anything to do with the fake crime scene. What we're trying to find right now is related to the real crime scene.
But the only thing we have for that is the watch.
Shot at the scene, but he wasn't shot at the scene on Fresno Street.
But it could only be the watch, right?
Hold on. The killing took place on Fresno Street when the gunshot was heard, and Barack von Zieks shot the victim. Since no tangible evidence exists to disprove the prosecution's claim at this time, defense deductions amount to little more than fairy tale. The victim was shot in that little room on Fresno Street and died instantly. I'm afraid it's the prosecution's claim that's the only fairy tale
I guess you can
here,
go with the firecrackers.
because that claim directly contradicts a certain piece of evidence in our possession. Prosecution claims that Inspector Gregson died instantly when he was shot at the scene on Fresno Street.
Well, it's probably the autopsy report because you're saying that there's like things about like it getting evidence suggests the evidence part. Yeah.
Shot in the clothes, but it says instant death.
No, the first page. Evidence suggests measures may have been taken to disguise the time of death.
But that's time of death, not exactly but the cause of death says instant here.
Yes, but I still think it's this.
Okay, I'll just...
Take that!
No, that's not it.
Son of a bitch.
That's fine. I don't think I have to go back.
Okay. What else do you got then?
A court not interested in the mystique of anything. You will be penalized accordingly. Was the victim killed in the room on Fresno Street, or was he moved there after his death? There's one piece of evidence we have that shows the answer to that question surprisingly clearly.
Perhaps you should try to present the correct one this time. Fuck you.
Very helpful, Susato.
The prosecution claims that Inspector Gregson died instantly when he was shot at the scene on Fresno Street. This evidence clearly contradicts that claim. What evidence?
Was that gun ever shot?
There's nothing else about the gun except the serial number. Just to drill. I'm missing the small tip of the sword.
Open it.
Would it be this? I'm just gonna present the trunk.
Take that!
Sure. Is it the blood on the trunk?
No, that's not it. Let's load.
Don't worry. We have infinite tries, right?
God, what would contradict? I mean, I could try the
Take
gun.
that!
It's not the gun.
All right. Not the gun. Firecrackers?
Okay, I don't think it's the firecrackers, but I'll present it anyways. I definitely think it has to do with, like, showing
It's probably the
that...
watch then. All right, must be the watch. Watch.
Okay, come on. Let me quickly go through this. Alright. Do you want the broken watch or the crown of the thing?
I think it's the broken watch,
Okay.
but I don't know. Maybe Judge Goku was.
No, that's not it.
All right, reload. What a predicament.
It's not this. Not the. Is it? Maybe it's a small component.
Take that!
It's not the small
No.
component.
That's crazy.
What the heck? Is it the sword?
Take that!
There's no way, right?
No, that didn't make any sense.
This has just become a let's just
Guess and check.
guess,
Yeah.
yeah. It's not any of those. It's not his trunk. Well, what could it
There's
be?
a lot of blood on the floor. Maybe it's that.
This one here?
Yeah, you know how you said that you don't bleed when you're dead? Alright, explain it to me, game. I don't fucking get it.
I don't
Yep.
fucking know either.
Yes, like Princess said,
I totally
people
knew.
don't bleed when they die after they die.
I totally
There's
knew
no
that
more-
this was
the,
the right
the heart is
answer.
stopped, and therefore blood stops
course.
pumping.
First try, you guys.
We knew this all along. We just wanted to play it up.
A photograph of the victim in the very location you claim he wasn't killed? Sorry, I had the wrong voice. Yes, but the point is the posture of the body itself. Oh, rigor mortis.
Eh?
If Inspector Gregson had been shot there in that room, it's out of the question that his body would have been curled up in a ball like that.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but your logic is flawed. He could easily have adopted that fetal position due to the pain of the shot, which subsequently proved fatal. No, he was killed instantly.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Judge Jigoku, but it's your logic that is flawed.
What?
According to this autopsy report, the victim died instantly. He would have felt no pain, much less have been able to draw himself into that position.
Oh.
Which begs the question of why the victim's body is curled up in that way. Though the answer should be abundantly clear by now. Also, did you know rigor mortis sets in, but after a little while after that, the body isn't stiff anymore?
Why?
That's just how the body works when you die.
That's just how it is, okay? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look this up. Let's see. So rigor mortis. Yeah. So okay. So the rigor mortis lasts about 24 hours, and then after 24 to 36 hours, the stiffness disperses and muscles become flexible. So if rigor mortis sets in, you know that body died within like 24 hours, and then after that, the body can be loose again.
Interesting.
Right?
That's fucking weird.
Yeah. Okay. I was curious. I like kind of knew that, but like not really. You're suggesting.
There's no way his body would be like that.
The inspector's body took on that posture ahead of its arrival on Fresno Street, before it was coldly turned out on the floor from the inside of a large travel trunk.
Yeah. You're quite right. The shape of the body. It looks exactly as if he had been kept in a confined space.
Rabble. I knew that all along.
Judge
I did not
Jigoku,
ever
present
think
your
about that
trunk for examination. I believe it's very possible that it will contain traces of the victim's blood. Hiya!
Present my trunk? I refuse.
What?
On what grounds?
Coffee grounds. I'm the Minister of Foreign Affairs from the Empire of Japan. I shouldn't have to put up with this treatment just because of some stripling's baseless accusations. If there was no problem, just fucking present it then, bitch.
In other words, Judge GAAC, there is blood in your trunk.
I decline to answer that. As the Minister of Foreign Affairs, I have
At this moment, you're not a government minister. You are a witness in a trial in Britain's highest court.
can't believe he's like a defense attorney for this.
I don't care who you are or what your status outside this courtroom might be. You will not withhold information. Nothing is more important than the truth.
What's the truth about that fucking mouse in your shoulder, bro?
Order! Order in the court! Well, Mr. Jigoku, what's it to be?
It can't be serious. You did it?
It was in self-defense. That's his next line. Have you no shame at all, Kazuma Sugi?
What?
Very well. I admit it. I did bring the inspector's body into the country. Inside my trunk. Exactly as postulated by the defense.
Is he saying that he didn't kill him, though?
Yeah, he's gonna say Asogi did it.
Yeah.
You.
Dear God, outrageous! So it was you! You admit to Inspector Gregson's?
No.
I admit to nothing more than what I've said. Of killing the man, I certainly have no recollection.
What on earth is that cryptic statement supposed to mean?
I merely disposed of the inspector's body, which was left in my cabin, in order to avoid unwanted attention. As the judicial assistant over there pointed out, I had no chance to throw it into the ocean. So, I decided my only option was to bring it into Britain with me and dispose of it somewhere else.
You can't still deny it! If you didn't do it, then who on earth did kill the man?
As you know, there was one other person in my cabin that night. He had the opportunity. And moreover, he's already accepted a mission to take the inspector's life.
Oh.
Dual personalities, I'm ready to use a sexy voice. That's right. Who else could it have been? It was you, Kazuma Hosogi.
You.
I'm gonna wait for him to split break and then I'll change his voice.
I never thought you'd stoop this low, Seishiro Jigoku.
You've taken the words straight out of my mouth.
Prosecutor Kazuma Asogi. You thought by leaving the body in my cabin, you could pin the crime on me, did you?
Well, the prosecution counsel has already admitted to visiting the witness's cabin on the night in question.
Yes. On an assassination mission arrest.
You? Woody. Strongheart's like, I don't give a fuck who did it. I don't care as long as it's not me that's going down.
So, what do you make of that, young stripling? You've heard my testimony now, and that's all I have to say on the matter. I'll admit nothing more.
I don't believe this.
Counsel for the defense, what is your position now? The court awaits your response to the witness's assertion. The assertion that on the night in question, the victim's assailant was in fact Mr. Kazuma Asogi. This isn't the dead end it seems to be. The answer's right in front of me. It comes down to Jigoku or Kazuma. Oh, this is, I don't know if I have to make a choice!
I think it comes down to whatever the game tells me to after I save.
Both of them had the opportunity to kill Gregson, but only one of them did it. And I'm just a step away from proving who. Very well. The defense is ready to respond to the assertion put forward by Judge Jigoku. Excuse me. The idea that the victim's murder could have been committed by Prosecutor Asogi is impossible, right? He didn't have a gun.
Well, what if he took the inspector's gun?
Was the inspector missing his gun?
Well, where was the inspector's gun?
I don't know. Did he have his gun with him?
I don't know. Did he give his gun to Vigil?
I mean, I don't remember what they said about him taking his like passport or identification.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, let's think this through because we know that Kazuma brought his sword and like he did fight with his sword with Inspector
It's
Gregson.
impossible. Just say it's impossible because the Freaker is like a swordman only.
But you think so? Hello, welcome in, Tengri. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Hello. My name is Princess. I'm a variety VTuber here on Twitch, and today I'm actually streaming with my friend Mizumi Morgan. Why don't you introduce yourself, Mizu?
What's up, gamers? It's your boy, Mizumi Morgan. I play horror games. That's all I can say. I'm a loser.
And he's helping me voice act through this one game. Halfway through, I was like, hey, you want to do this with me? He was like, yeah, sure. But how was stream, Mizu? Not
How was
Mizu,
stream?
sorry, Tengri.
First 30 minutes are pretty fire. I don't know.
Thank you for the resubscribe. All the peeps in one place. It's true. Thank you so much for the raid in Tengri. I hope you have a good after stream self-care. I'm sorry that I don't usually do features for days that I have collabs, but welcome in. Hello. Make sure you're stretching and getting all the snacks and water and beverages after stream. You didn't get your girl, but it's all good. What were you playing? Let me do the streamer thing. Totally. I'm sorry. I totally forgot. We can't do a feature, but certainly we can do this. No aneurysms? Genshin Impact. Oh, okay. Is that the new character that everyone's been talking about or whatever? Do you play Genshin?
I do not play Genshin Impact.
Me either.
I play Honkai Star Rail.
Oh, I don't play any of those.
Well, maybe you shouldn't because they're okay games.
Just okay?
They're okay. I can't believe it gets me to spend money. And it actually makes me mad that I've spent money on these games.
Okay.
But I do want all the waifus, so that's why I spend money. I'm trying to get a fucking snake girl right now. It's not happening.
I think it's impossible because I think Asogi would only use the sword, and like,
That's exactly what I was thinking. Remember, he's a
like,
sword
would
freak?
he have access to a gun?
Yeah, it's always possible. Anybody could have a gun.
Well, we don't know that. I'm gonna say impossible.
It's impossible.
Judge Jigoku, let me remind you of something you said only a few minutes ago. You claimed that logical reasoning is the future of the judicial process.
It is, no question.
Well, logical reasoning can prove something here. Namely, that it would have been impossible for Prosecutor Asogi to commit the crime.
What?
Eh?
Do I have to do stuff? The court. Oh shit. The court will only accept an argument that is supported by compelling evidence. So present what you have, counsel. What proof is there that allegedly demonstrates the impossibility of Prosecutor Asogi's involvement?
Maybe the trunk. Or the sword, I don't know.
This one here?
Maybe.
Take that!
This is not
Never you
correct.
never sweep here, and
He's just trying to save you!
Sorry?
every piece of evidence has a road pointing every area of this roof. Yeah, I'm playing the task for entertainment.
Alright, what do you think it is?
Never mind the evidence, you're about to make me weep, Mr. Naruto.
Oh no, I can't upset Susato-san or I'll end up being upset too. We know a member of the crew was on sentry duty outside the first class cabins nearly all the time. So as long as the guard was there, it would have been impossible to fire a shot without it being heard. And that very much narrows down when the crime could have been committed.
I guess it's the drill?
The drill? That's the only thing that mentions that they left, right?
Yeah.
The court will only accept an argument that is supported by compelling evidence, so present what you have, counsel. Okay, hold on. Let me, we're just, like,
A sneeze! What happened?
Yeah, exactly. Going for one of the earlier ones I missed out on, Biker Waifu, but I did try. Is it that fire girl? I'm sorry, I don't know Genshin characters, like, at all.
I don't know,
Evacuation
hot.
drill?
She probably has
Take
red hair.
that!
I think you're right. This itinerary for crew members of the SS Grouse, my lord. This is conclusive proof. An itinerary? How does that prove anything? Judge Jigoku, the moment you acknowledged that you found the victim's body in your cabin, this itinerary suddenly became much more significant.
What? Why?
On the night in question, as always, a crewman sentry was on guard outside your cabin door. As long as he was there, nobody could have fired a shot inside the cabin.
Absolutely, because it's unconceivable. This guy wouldn't have heard it and come to investigate.
So that tells us that the crime must have taken place when the guard was elsewhere. And that narrows it down to the 20 minutes just after 10 o'clock, as indicated on the itinerary. Yes, I see no flaw in your reasoning so far. But the crucial point is this. When the evacuation drill took place, the steamship had already put to sea from the port. Oh!
You already got off.
Okay, because otherwise he would have been trapped on the
Yeah.
boat until they got to London.
Yeah.
Now, clearly the murder could only have been committed by somebody who was aboard the vessel at the time. The prosecutor Sogi stated in yesterday's proceedings.
I didn't come to Great Britain to take anyone's life. So I left Gregson and disembarked the ship. I spent that night at a boarding house in the town, and I returned to England the following morning.
I'm very pleased about myself.
It's really funny. Which I'm sure the court will agree is conclusive proof that Kazuma Asogi couldn't possibly have carried out the killing.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. I don't accept that at all.
What do you mean?
The boy's just saying that to be exonerate himself. We can't trust that he really disembarked the vessel.
Well, he has probably got a receipt from the fucking inn or some shit.
Obviously, after he left my cabin, he hid himself somewhere nearby on the ship. Just wait.
No, that's out of the question. Isn't it, Kazuma?
Hand to defense right again recall. I disembarked the vessel and spent the night in a boarding house in Dunkirk. They've got pictures of me naked. And as I said yesterday, I signed my name in the accommodations register book. All extremely easy to verify and undeniable proof.
It doesn't prove that it was you, though. Anybody can sign your fucking name.
That's true.
No, I.
There's no escape this time. You can forget that you're a judge or a government minister. It's time you gave the court an honest answer, as a common man. You killed Inspector Tobias Gregson and transported his corpse back to Britain. Then you dumped the body in the room on Fresno Street and made it look as if the murder had happened there. That's what really happened, isn't it? Say, Shiroji Goku.
Alright, he's gonna go Akuma with his hair going up.
It was that damned trial 10 years ago. Something that began.
Sorry, it just did it by itself.
Looking back now, my fate was decided that day. I was doomed already.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What a freak. Yeah, he really just telekinesed it up, too. That's crazy.
It's over. My life is over.
Toshi, hello, welcome in. Thank you for checking out our stream. I'm
Yeah,
usually
fuck,
not
man.
collabing with my friend, but you know,
Oh, me? I'm
we're doing Great Ace Attorney Resolve, and I needed help voicing all the characters. But welcome in. I hope you have a good night here.
I'm doing my best.
A British assassin to eliminate a professor in Japan. A Japanese assassin to eliminate a detective in Britain. Both assassins will use diplomatic immunity to evade conviction and return safely to their homelands.
The assassin exchange requested arrival from Britain about 1 year ago. Though it was hardly a request, it was a demand.
Strong heart, strong heart.
And for that, you decided to recruit Mr. Asogi. How could I not visit? You're so sweet, thank you. But things didn't go according to plan. Your chosen assassin never made it to Britain. And
the
you
hell did he
found
write on the
yourself
floor?
I forgot what it was. I don't remember.
God. Evabalaplau.
I don't remember. Maybe it was something mirrored. If you mirror that, what does that say?
I don't know.
But I hope you've been having a good evening, Toshi. Welcome in.
How do you even write that shit mirrored? Like, oh, I'm dying. Let me write this
I know,
mirrored so
right?
that it can be all fucking cryptic and shit.
If you guys haven't had a chance, check out Toshi. We raided into him yesterday, and he was doing a karaoke stream. A great singer, also plays ukulele as well.
Ukulele.
And you found yourself unable to
Ukulele.
dispatch a replacement because I was already on my way to Britain at that time in Kazuma's place. A wardrobe, maybe, is what it said.
Closet
Yeah.
Or wardrobe.
Thank you,
My
Floppy,
fresh-
for the assist.
And that left me with only one option for carrying out my obligation. To eliminate the mark myself, personally.
I get it, bro.
Of course, there was but a single opportunity for me to do that.
The International Forensic Science Symposium, I presume.
That's right.
Thanks for the shout out. Of course, no problem. Yeah, doing okay. Hope you're doing well. It's been a great week so far. I can't complain.
I decided it would be safest to carry out the plan before my arrival in Britain. So I enlisted the help of my British counterpart and made arrangements for a pretext that would take the inspector to Dunkirk. To lure the man in, he was given a sham mission by the Reaper.
What? The Reaper?
But there's only one person who could have done that. The mastermind of the entire operation. The Reaper himself.
Ah,
So, that means that the assassin exchange was. It was all planned by the Reaper.
I'm not at liberty to say anything about my British counterpart.
I can imagine.
Anyway, the inspector accepted the Reaper's mission, and they tearfully infiltrated my cabin on the steamship. But it was all a trap designed to lead him to France and his own death.
Oh, how awful.
It was past 9 o'clock when I returned to my cabin from the dining hall that evening. I didn't give him time to attack me. I choked him until he lost consciousness.
He didn't even die instantly then.
But there was a guard just outside the door, so I left it at that for the time being. Even the slightest noise might have aroused suspicion, so I bided my time, waiting.
for the 20 minutes after 10 o'clock.
I had intended to finish him by strangulation, but moments before I had the chance.
日本語ペラペラですか？日本語少し話せますけど。Can you speak Japanese too?
話します。
少し。
I guess you do very little.
I'll pretend like I know more, but in reality I don't.
You know the foods, that's the important thing.
This is salmon.
Tuna.
He came suddenly round and went for me in a reckless mood. Bang, and that's when I shot him.
Bang, bang, bang!
I'd received the British issue gun 16 years earlier, being a member of the judiciary as a visiting student.
You gave students guns?
I know, right?
The hell is this, America? No.
少しだけです。みんな一緒ですね。私が昔3年間長野県に住んでいましたから少し話せる。
How much is it?
How much?
Yeah, ikura desu.
Yeah, いくら
But what if I wanted the ikra from salmon?
いくらはいくらですか？That's how you would say that. いくらは
No, that's how much
ですか？
it costs. But I wanna eat it. I don't know.
I never imagined I'd have to use it for something like that.
That's crazy they gave kids guns.
I know これいくらですか？
How much?
How much ですか？
How much? No cap, hamachi is my favorite. I love hamachi-chi.
So the revolver belongs to you, does it?
Da,
Oh yeah, because it would be longer than 5 years ago when they started doing the serial numbers.
Yeah, it would make sense. But I can't believe that guns haven't been
The
like, changed in like
Dadaes.
16s.
Then the victim was killed inside your cabin on the SS Grouse, which begs the question of why you arranged for his body to be discovered in the room on Fresno Street.
The young judicial assistant over there has already answered the question. There was no way I could take the body up on deck to throw it over the side. That's precisely where all the crewmen were gathered for the evacuation drill. So before the first-class cabin crews returned, I took the corpse to the refrigeration room.
And then on arriving in Dover, you concealed the body in your trunk in order to smuggle it past the border police.
I knew I needed to take steps if the police were to be convinced when the body was found in London.
In that case, you must have known. You must have had intimate details of Inspector Gregson's intended schedule.
Yes, my British counterpart sent me everything I needed to know. The inspector was due at Fresno Street at 5 o'clock that afternoon. In order to meet a man by the name of Huge Bone, from whom he would take back his police identification, I decided that man would be the perfect person to set up as the culprit. So I took a hackney carriage over there with the body still in my trunk.
Oven time! Oh my god, I hope your
Jeez,
nuts turn out so good, Floppy.
That sounded so sus, but okay.
Yeah. That must have been just after we took this photograph with you at the hotel then.
Why? You know what you could have done, Judge Goku? I don't know. Just drop your trunk in the fucking ocean. Why bring it to Fresno Street? I don't know, whatever.
Yes, I wasn't expecting a welcoming committee. I was more than a little nervous. On Fresno Street, I spotted a young girl selling little firecrackers.
She was one
Miss
spicy
Venus, of
minx.
course.
I conceived that the candle trick there and then. So I donned a simple disguise and approached the girl to buy enough firecrackers to replicate a gunshot.
What sort of disguise?
For some reason, the inspector had a bright red hairpiece in his own traveling case. So I put that on, although I suspect I drew more attention to myself in that than I would have otherwise.
The hairpiece we found at the scene, the inspector had it ready for that red-headed league investigation.
I only arrived at the room at 5:15. So I quickly placed the body on the floor, moved the notice board, and set up my little candle trick. I arranged it so the firecrackers would go off with a bang around 15 minutes later.
Toshi is saying to you, Yoroshiku.
Yoroshikune. Gaishimasu.
So that Mr. Boone, who was due to arrive at 5, would walk
Nice
straight
to meet
into a
you too.
trap.
Toshi. My Japanese is poop.
Except that at the last moment, I made a careless blunder.
What was that?
Oh, it's Yoroshikune onegaishimasu.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's just, I don't know why, when it's all one word, it's hard to read.
I am at. Oops, was that a.
I imagine it was a bag of fish and chips.
Ah,
I didn't notice that it had fallen out of his fur coat pocket when I moved the body to the refrigeration room.
It's an infinite bottomless pocket, bro.
I put it back into his pocket, and the following morning, but. Well, it seems that the warmth of the heated cabin had accelerated the decay of the fish. Anyway, that's the evidence. That's everything. All the sordid details of what I did.
okay, interesting. I've heard enough. Hello, Carson does a thing. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Hello, hello.
What? Carson's doing things. Wait a minute. Hot diggity damn.
He's a script writer in the ASMR community. I asked him to write me a script for Valentine's Day, so you guys will be hearing a very cute Valentine's Day script.
Not sexy? Darn.
No, it's cute.
There goes my one wish.
I love I love cute scripts, and Carson is great at writing them.
There's definitely nothing wrong with cute
We've
scripts.
arrived
There's
at the truth
weird-
about the murder of one of the country's most capable and respected police inspectors.
That's
Oh,
still
that's
you.
still me.
Yeah, I got it mixed
The
up too.
witness will be tried in the coming days. For a crime of such a vile nature, you can expect the most severe penalty.
Take him down with you, Jigoku. Do it. Don't be a coward.
An exchange of assassins. What a foolhardy idea.
Mr. Jigoku, one last detail. Who was your counterpart in Britain? Who was the mastermind behind the assassin exchange?
Oh, you coward.
Nothing you say now can make matters any worse for you. Just tell us!
Call him the P word, and he'll say it.
Enough.
I've already told you that I cannot say.
Even though things stand, you may very well never set foot in your homeland again.
What are you waiting for? Can't we get this over with now? It's finished. All of it. I'm finished.
Then, in the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I now pronounce the findings of this court.
That they're gonna say, and now I'm pronouncing you husband and wife. That'd be funny.
This man before us has admitted to the willful murder of Tobias Gregson.
Eh? Did this always happen?
Yeah.
Is this the first case that I'm on? What the fuck?
The other one, it went right into the last episode.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Seishiro Jigoku, it is the opinion of this court that you should be found guilty.
That's crazy that like during the course of this, they just say, nah, we're gonna fucking flip flop. It's not the person that we initially accused. It's just this random guy.
I know, right? And may I remind all those present of the strict confidentiality demanded by this closed court. Typically, when something like this happens, first the actual defendant is like not guilty, right? And then you open up a
Exactly.
new thing against the actual person, right? Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. I thought so. Wow, we're done. But that didn't resolve anything about the last 10 years ago. Moments ago, Mr. Jigoku signed a written confession admitting to the murder of Inspector Gregson and the subsequent conveyance of the body. In short, the defendant's innocence has therefore been established beyond doubt.
Hey, yo, take away this guy's fucking license.
Oh, wonderful. Well done, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Hell? Am I doing a weird voice?
Is something wrong?
I'm just a little troubled by his silence. Jigoku? Oh, yeah, Seishiro Jigoku is his name. The true identity of the Reaper of the Bailey and this extraordinary assassin exchange. We do remain in the dark about these mysteries. However, insofar as the indictment brought against the defendant in this trial, we have reached a conclusion.
I have every intention of pursuing both mysteries. As a prosecutor.
Well, that was weird.
As you wish. Now for the formal adjudication. I hereby declare the defendant, Barack Van Zeeks.
Objection!
What?
The prosecution calls for adjudication to be deferred.
What? Why? Counsel?
The accused's innocence hasn't been fully established at all. He could still be the fucking Reaper.
Oh, I
And,
see.
and therefore, it would be wrong to deliver a verdict at this time.
Do we have to figure out who the Reaper is? I don't know who the Reaper
Strong
is.
heart, strong heart.
That is the prosecution's unwavering position.
What?
Judge GAAC has already confessed to the murder.
Nevertheless, Barack von Zeeks has committed a crime for which he must be punished.
Well, it would appear you have information that the court needs to hear, Prosecutor Asogi.
Certainly, the murder of Inspector Gregson was actually carried out by Sessuro Jigoku. But it's clear from the witness's testimony that he was coerced into complying with the plot. Into the sick, merciless assassin exchange.
Weren't you just the same, bro? Don't you know who the Reaper is too?
That may be true, but
So what I want to know is, who coerced Jigoku? Who was pulling the strings?
Oh, he doesn't know. I guess Jigoku was the one who pulled him in. That's right.
The victim went to France, having been ordered on a mission for the Reaper, only to be murdered. In other words, the mastermind behind the assassin exchange is someone in a position to give such an order. As we've already established, the Reaper himself.
Well, certainly that would appear to follow.
The prosecution hereby formally accuses the man in the dock, Barack von Zeeks, of being the Reaper of the Bailey. And furthermore, I'm going to prove his guilt beyond all reasonable doubt.
what?
I guess it's not over.
Order! 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 The Reaper of the Bailey is a long-standing mystery, Counsel. Are you suggesting you have some new information with which to build a case?
Scotland Yard has already investigated Lord Von Zeeks very thoroughly in that regard, and they have found no evidence whatsoever to substantiate the claim that he is the Reaper.
Perhaps the circumstances have now changed.
What do you mean?
It's already been established that the assassin exchange was negotiated with Jigoku by the Reaper himself. Which means we now have a new line of questioning by which to identify definitively the man's identity. That is the prosecution's intention here.
I must say, I'm surprised by quite how tenaciously you appear to want to besmirch my name.
You are guilty of an unforgivable crime, Lord Van Zeeks. And I will bring you to justice for it, whatever it takes.
That explains Kazuma's silence before. He'll stop at nothing to finish what Lord Van Zeeks unwittingly started 10 years ago.
Very well, whilst it's extremely irregular. I will on this occasion grant the prosecution further opportunity for witness testimony.
That is insane. It's a whole nother case.
The defendant will disclose any and all involvement he has had with the Reaper in the assassin exchange.
Yeah, like why are we moving from the murder of Tobias Gregson to like who the Reaper is? Like I don't understand.
Yeah.
Thank you, my lord, for guiding the court so wisely.
Because it's fucking Strongheart trying to cover his ass.
I hereby declare this court to be in session for supplementary hearing.
You don't think that he is scared that like he's gonna be found out if it is him?
No,
Like
but
who
he's just
else
like,
could the Reaper be, right? Like surely.
surely, like, who else could it be? Someone higher than him?
Yeah. Don't
But
fear
I
it.
don't
Oh yeah, like those fires to the empty chairs. Show me again that this is an irregular court with no actual jury. Check out my foot for free. Pray, turn a blind eye to discourse to the. Pray, turn a blind eye to the discourtesy as I verify that this vile and unremitting accusation hasn't soured the contents of my hollow chalice.
They got another thing so fast. Lord Van Zeeks!
If I first had to suffer the pseudonym of the Reaper 10 years ago now, and ever since that time, I've endured the weight of implied guilt that's gone with it. So I welcome the chance to testify now and crush those allegations once and for all.
And let justice decide, Lord Van Zeeks. The prosecution seeks to begin building its case by calling the accused to the stand as their primary witness, in order that he may answer the accusation brought by the prosecution that he is the Reaper of the Bailey.
And what says the defense?
Putting the defendant in the witness stand can be extremely dangerous. And Kazuma-sama is so emotional at the moment, he's not thinking logically.
You're right that he's not himself. But I knew it would be like this. And I came here today determined to face him through whatever might arise, as a lawyer and as his friend.
And they were roommates? Then, that's what we must do.
The defense has no objection, my lord. You mentioned singing, right? How often do you do singing streams? I don't do karaoke streams that often. I do more of like the singing challenges that happen on like Twitter from time to time. So singing March, where I think like you post a cover like every day. I did that last year. And then Voctober, which was like, it's kind of like Inktober, right? But there were like prompts, and I think it was like every 3 days. I did the cover because that's what they did.
I will say that Princess is a liar, and she sings every time there's a birthday. So,
Oh, I do sing when there's a birthday too. Yeah. I have covers on. Yeah. So my singing March is actually on my YouTube. But my Voctober stuff is I think either on Twitter or Blue Sky. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, you'll be able to find my singing March covers on YouTube and Twitter, and then the Voctober stuff just Twitter and Blue Sky. So they're around. I don't do singing too much. I'm kind of like shy, not that great, I think, at singing. Yeah, please do.
Very well, defendant. You will take the witness stand and give formal testimony on the subject of your involvement with the Reaper and the assassination exchange.
As you wish, my lord.
Witness testimony, the Reaper and the Assassin Exchange.
I've never taken the life of another, nor have I instructed another to kill. I've been investigating the truth behind the Reaper for years, and I was aware of Gregson's involvement. That's the reason I went to Fresno Street that day, and how I came to discover the body. The point is, no common thread exists between myself, Gregson, and Dr. Wilson. Clearly, therefore, there's no reason to suspect me of being behind the assassin exchange.
The recipe didn't turn out the best, but it's still alright. Eggs and sugar can't go wrong. Oh, I'm sorry, Floppy.
It's basically a cake.
Half floss, half meringue. Tastes like churro dust. Dude, that sounds yummy though. Fucking love churro dust.
But I don't like meringue.
I love meringue. Macarons are basically just a meringue.
Maybe that's why I'm not a big fan of macarons.
A macaron?
Macaron?
You don't like macarons?
I would prefer any other form. They're okay. I don't hate them, but they're just like little cookies, and there's so much work for like little
It's true.
cookies.
Yeah, it's true.
So you deny all accusations by the prosecution, both that you are the Reaper of the Paley and that you masterminded the assassin exchange.
I acknowledge that the public at large believe me to be the Reaper. However, that's a fallacy.
which I alone am in a position to forswear.
Naturally, the prosecution believes the testimony just given by the accused to be untrue. Runosuke Naruhodo.
Yes?
Let me ask you, why are you here? What really brings you to this corner?
Almond flour plus egg whites equals macaron. It's true, you are missing granulated and powdered sugar, though. A whole bunch of granulated and powdered sugar.
Infinite sugar.
But yeah, basically those 4 ingredients. Meringue has a little less substance when eating it. A desire to uncover the truth.
Even if the truth proves your client to be guilty.
From all my experiences in this courtroom, I've come to realize something. The truth can't be hidden. Sooner or later, it will come out.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
So it's always my intention to work with my client in pursuit of the truth.
I want you to remember what you just said.
Enough dilatory chatter. Counsel for the defense, proceed to cross-examine the
Why do I
witness.
need a what the fuck? Why do I need a fucking cross witness
Yes,
this guy?
my lord. Me.
Know what I'm saying? Like, I believe his statement. Prosecution,
Oh, yeah.
tell me why it's wrong, bitch.
I know, right? I know exactly what you're thinking, Kazuma. I know you're just waiting to point it out. The contradiction you're convinced lies somewhere within this man's testimony. Yeah, why would we want to? Because, I mean, why would he lie to us?
Yeah. I've
I
never
will save,
taken that
though.
off. Has Varrock von Zies ever killed a man? With his dashing good looks, KO!
So you're not what the general public refer to as the infamous Reaper of the Bailey.
Exactly.
Don't imagine for a moment that the court will be satisfied with a one-word answer on this.
Bitch, what the fuck? I realize that.
If you're intending to comment on every sentence, this could take a while, Kazuma. Didn't you find it disturbing, though? That one by one, defendants who'd been acquitted after your unsuccessful prosecution were killed.
Let me answer that question by posing another. If one by one, defendants who'd been acquitted after your successful defense were killed, would you find that disturbing?
Disturbing? I couldn't possibly say how that would make me feel with a one-worded answer like that.
Exactly.
Well, that told me...
But even though I'm not the Reaper, that doesn't mean I ignored all the hearsay.
Hold it!
Hold it all.
You say for years. How long exactly?
Since the very first time the Reaper's influence was felt in this courtroom, 10 years ago now.
And your investigations led you somehow to Inspector Gregson, you're saying?
I didn't want to believe it. He was a personal acquaintance. We'd worked on cases together in the past.
A friend, even.
It felt like a betrayal, but I demanded permission to search his office at the yard without his knowledge.
Which was when you found his secret notebook, is it?
Is when I first learned of the location he noted only as Rouse, and the appointment at 5 p.m. on the 31st. Wasn't very recent then. Though I didn't know the significance of those details at the time.
So, now we're at the nub of the matter.
As it turns out, the significance for me personally was very unfortunate.
Hold it!
But why did you go to that specific location?
I thought if it was the Reaper's headquarters.
Then by turning up there at 5 o'clock, I would catch whoever was involved. Red-haired. Sadly, all that was awaiting me was the inspector's corpse.
Yes, even though it wasn't designed for you, you walked straight into the trap set by Jigoku.
Exactly. Jigoku had intended to implicate Huge Bone. But unhappily for me, I arrived at the scene first.
Ha! A ridiculously careless blunder.
Moved on to just throwing insults around. I see then, Kazuma.
Think what you will. It doesn't change the truth.
Hold it!
That's not true. You can actually present something for that.
There is a link between you and Gregson, though.
Of course, we were close acquaintances. We'd worked on numerous cases together. I considered the man to be a mentor of sorts. He taught me a number of important lessons.
He did? Such as what?
How to shave. Where to buy good fish and chips, and such.
Well, that was convincing.
Dr. Wilson was a coroner, of course, but that was some time in the past. And in any case, I understand it was several years ago that he was invited to work at a Japanese university.
That's right, he was a visiting professor at the Imperial Yume University in Tokyo.
He should be unambiguously clear then that no link exists between myself and him. In other words, I had no motive for sending some assassin across the oceans to kill the man.
It sounds plausible enough, and I want to believe it. Something about this just doesn't quite sit right with me.
Hold it!
Certainly, as it stands, there's no evidence to suggest that you concocted this
Objection.
scheme.
But as it stands, we only have the accused's insistence of his innocence.
And they fucking bring me some evidence, bitch.
Sorry?
Perhaps there's some reason that would explain why he misdesigned the assassin exchange. And if a reason could be established later in these proceedings, then the accused claim in this testimony that he hasn't involved would amount to perjury.
Well, yes, that's true, but
Clearly, Kazuma-sama intends to identify a reason and use it to make his case.
so if we don't identify something first,
He'll gain the advantage.
this could be dangerous. Okay, so there has to be a link, right? A convincing testimony by Lord Van Zeeks.
Certainly, with no apparent connection between the three men, there's no way to establish a motive.
So the 10 years ago autopsy.
The testimony seems unassailable as far as I can see.
Does it have all three of them?
I think so. Because this Dr. Wilson did it. Barak was on the thing, and
Oh,
maybe...
he was the prosecutor for that case.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Oh dear me, what a bleak
How
expression.
did you remember that? Crazy.
I've got a brain with 2 cells in it.
I agree. There doesn't appear to be any particular link between them at first glance, but with the inclusion of one other person,
Oh, his brother!
I must be overthinking it, surely.
Or Asogi.
I think it would be his brother. Because it was his brother's autopsy report, and Gregson was the detective that insisted that they perform the autopsy because this was the first time that nobility had been like actually cut into to find more information.
I didn't even remember that it was his brother's autopsy and that Gregson did it. So like
Yeah.
that just proves the point even more.
And John Wilson was the one who, I mean, well, technically it wasn't John Wilson, it was Mikotoba that signed it, but under Wilson's name. I need to think back over all the information we've gleaned so far.
Alright, and I'll review my notes about the case and all the evidence in the court record.
Could it be that Lord Van Zeeks has something to hide after all?
I don't think he even fucking remembered. I don't even think he was trying to hide it.
Okay, so this one, present.
Present.
And Clint's autopsy report. Let's just view real fast. Coroner John H. Wilson. Credit to Inspector Gregson. Yeah.
Do it. Misconstrue it.
Okay.
Objection.
What is this? An autopsy report? Wait. This is 10 years old. From the autopsy of Lord Clint Van Zeeks.
What? My brother's autopsy report?
I'm pleased to see the defense doesn't intend to run from the undeniable truth.
Bro, shut the fuck up.
Order in court! What reason do you have for presenting a 10-year-old autopsy report here, counsel?
Excuse me.
The autopsy report of the professor's final victim is an indelible link between Inspector Gregson, Dr. Wilson, and the defendant.
I thought he was gonna say an edible link.
And it's like a hot dog. No, not the accursed name again. The professor.
I personally researched all of the court records relating to that case. I know that at the time, autopsy was considered sacrilege to the victim's souls. And for a member of the aristocracy like Lord Van Zeeks, it was unthinkable. But someone employed the powers to be allowed the autopsy to go ahead. Inspector Gregson. He declared that he was certain he would obtain conclusive proof from the procedure.
And it was Dr. Wilson's who conducted the autopsy. His signature is clearly visible on the document.
But we know that's not
That's
true.
not true, yeah.
As promised by Gregson, the autopsy did indeed produce evidence. Evidence that conclusively proved Genshin Asogi was guilty of the murders. In my brother's dying moments, he mustered all his remaining strength to leave that vital clue behind.
Indeed, that was the key to indicting the professor for his crimes and the conclusive evidence that convicted him. It enabled Lord Van Zeeks here to avenge his brother's senseless death, with a marvelous victory in court.
A marvelous victory, was it? I wonder if there's really true.
Actually, it is Wilson's signature at the end. Is it though? Was it that Mikotoba did the autopsy, but Wilson just signed it then?
Some shit. I know Mikotoba was involved.
Yeah. Oh, okay, okay.
What?
Oh, okay, wait. I remember now. Mikotoba wrote up the report, and all Wilson did was sign his name. Because I think Iris said she recognized the handwriting.
The signature.
Yeah, no, the
Yeah.
handwriting.
The signature. The handwriting.
Yeah,
The handwriting.
the handwriting.
It's my papa! I love my daddy. Could the same be said if it turned out that the piece of evidence in question was in fact fabricated? If the inspector, the coroner, and the prosecutor all colluded together to cast an innocent Japanese man as a mass murderer and send him to his death.
That's outrageous.
And now, 10 years later, for some reason, the secret has been threatened and needs protecting. Which is why the inspector and the coroner have to be silent, isn't it? By someone in power in Japan and in Britain, using the two killers recruited for the assassin exchange.
Oh shit, this guy pointed.
Order! Order at once!
Excuse me.
10 years ago, my father was convicted in this very courtroom as a mass murderer, to be sentenced to death. But it was all a sham, and I swore to myself that I'd prove it. Which is why I had to come to Britain. Whatever it could.
You'll have to forgive me if I feel compelled to toast this vengeful Nipponese tenacity of purpose here. However, crush. Kill. He who fails to quash his emotions in the courtroom has failed as a lawyer.
Come on, Kazuma, you know this won't wash. You're claiming your father was misrepresented in a trial that took place a whole decade ago. You must see that without evidence, there's nothing more than a wild accusation.
As it happens, I have evidence. Me.
What?
As the court has heard, I crossed the Chanel de France with Clarkson on the 31st.
Excuse me, sorry.
I went with him under pretext of being the assassin recruited to kill Seishiro Jigoku. But my true intentions were to make the inspector tell me the truth.
What truth?
The truth about the evidence, and he acknowledged what I'd already deduced. There's a closely guarded secret about what went on in that autopsy 10 years ago.
What? A secret? I know nothing of any secret. Evidence
Is it the
planted
secret
in his
that
body.
Mikotoba wrote the autopsy report?
Nah. There's evidence planted in the body for sure. Mikotoba don't know shit.
While we waited for my supposed mark in Jigoku's cabin, I drew my clan's illustrious sword, Aruma, before the inspector's eyes. He very quickly understood what my true motive was.
This is me.
Yeah.
Right, I see. You're that Asogi's young lad, are you? And what? You're gonna cut me down with that thing, is that it?
It couldn't have been me because I don't think I was ever around for when he was alive.
That will very much depend on the answer you give to my question. I want to know what really happened 10 years ago.
I can't believe Gregson was a bad guy.
The truth, that's all.
I don't think he is.
He's working for the Reaper.
Before we get
Oh.
into it, let me make one thing clear.
That's
Oh,
me.
sorry, that's you.
Before we get into it, let me make one thing clear. I still believe your father was the professor. There's no doubt in my mind. But unfortunately, back then, we didn't have the evidence we needed to make the crime stick. Oh, that's gross.
So, you admit it. The evidence used in my father's trial was fabricated?
It was for the good of the country. Anyway, I was just following orders.
Order? What exactly do you do? Speak!
I'm not saying another word.
Even if your life depends on it.
I really like your singing. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. To cover a song with you if you're interested. Oh yeah. I would love to. Send me a DM. Totally. Let's get in touch. That would be totally cool.
That's right. Even then.
Shing.
So that's when the tip of the sword broke.
Oh, Kazuma-sama.
If the result of Clint Van Zeek's autopsy was fabricated, then the investigating officer, Gregson, and the lead coroner, Wilson, must have known about it. And they can only have ordered to pervert the course of justice in that way by one man. The man leading the case for the prosecution, Barack Van Zeek.
In other words, the defendant did have cause to organize this exchange of assassins.
Exactly. And as was established earlier, it has to have been the Reaper himself who liaisoned with Jigoku in Japan to arrange the exchange.
Ugh.
So, it follows that the Reaper's true identity can only be the man who stands accused in this courtroom today, Barack Van Zeeks.
Yay! I love singing with friends. Awesome. I'm excited.
I like how he could object as the fucking witness.
I know, right?
Kazuma Sogi,
What?
what you've just told the court, are you absolutely certain of your facts? Did Gregson really fabricate evidence for that trial 10 years ago?
I hear it with my own ears. His shameful admission.
In that case, I know. The name of the Reaper.
What? What?
Lord Van Zeeks?
I gave no such orders. I know that for certain. Which narrows down the remaining possibilities to one.
If Lord Van Zeeks isn't the one behind all this, then yes, there is only one other person
The judge
who
of
could have done
that
something
fucking
like that.
case.
I believe I know who it is too.
You?
I just had a feeling this name was going to come up. The true identity of the infamous Reaper of the Bailey is... Okay.
We get pictures.
Do you want me to... Just, just in case.
Just in
Just
case.
in case.
It's Susato.
You want me to present Strongheart?
It's absolutely him. If it's anybody else, this game's stupid.
It can't
Freaking
be
lame.
anybody else, right? 'Cause,
Yeah,
no
wait,
one
go to
else
that
is-
last picture real quick. Who's the last picture?
Maria?
Yeah, she's really cute.
Because no one else is like really connected in the way that Strongheart
Can we go to?
is.
We can't even go, but it has to be Strongheart. Fuck that.
Yeah.
He was probably the judge of that case, I imagine.
Take that!
Eat it, bitch.
The only person who could have arranged the assassin exchange and manipulated the autopsy results is the Lord Chief Justice himself, Lord Mael Strongheart.
What? Lord Strongheart?
You're so close to the end of the gameplay, but I remember a lot of stories, so buckle up, friends. We probably won't be finishing tonight then, because it is like almost 10 and Mizu needs to go, so
I gotta
we'll
do my
probably
last
finish
minute
next
cleaning.
week, you know?
Do my last minute cleaning before New Year's rolls around.
Yes, it's true that 10 years ago the defendant handled the prosecution of the professor in court, but he only took over the case after his brother, Lord Clint Van Zeeks, had been killed.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
I can only assume that this is the most inappropriate joke in British judicial history.
Rants extra, says Floppy. We'll get to it after the game. Like, do you know how long those take? I don't know anything about those either. Well, Lord Van Zeeks?
10 years ago, it was very new to my profession. But I had a burning desire to avenge my brother's death, so I pleaded for control of the case. The investigation to that point, the supplication of the lords to allow my brother's corpse to be examined, all the evidence I was given, the autopsy reports, it all came from you.
He looks good for 53.
I spent my life since then believing I was in your debt for the way you stood aside and let me handle the trial. But I see now, I was very much mistaken.
It was a hugely influential force that caused the inspector and the coroner to break the law 10 years ago. And that same force was still felt a decade later on the other side of the world by Seishiro Jigoku. Lord Strongheart, everything falls into place when we recognize that you are the Reaper of the Bailey. There's a bunch of them, like maybe 1 to 2 entire streams worth. What the heck are the rants extras? I don't know if I want to do like a whole 1 to 2 streams worth of extras. That's a lot.
You can figure it out.
The court awaits your response, my lord. This may very well go down in British judicial history, but I assure you, it is no joke. Consider this a formal accusal by the defense.
It doesn't warrant a response. A formal accusal? Don't be absurd. The defense's claims are utter nonsense, a wild fantasy at best.
You're not going to defend yourself?
You claim there was some wrongdoing with Lord Clint Van Zeek's autopsy. That's utterly untrue.
Objection!
But I heard it from Brexton's own lips. He admitted.
And where is your evidence?
What?
Gregson's dead now, unless you were thinking of summoning a ghost to take the stand.
You mean to say?
I forget how the system works in your little backwater country.
Wow! Incredible, amazing. They happen between the cases. Oh, that's we'll do one, and then I'll see how I feel about the rest. I don't know.
But in the courts of the British Empire without evidence, there is no case. I have no intention of entertaining some wild fantasy that can't possibly be substantiated by anyone or anything.
Ah.
We call Eugene Nikotaba to the stand.
Order!
Yeah.
Order in court! Following Inspector
Papa.
Gregson's murder, and in light of Dr. Wilson's death as well, there's really no one left who could testify about the event of 10 years ago. Is there?
So that was the real purpose of the assistant exchange.
What if Asashine was fucking Kotoba's other daughter? She's like fucking Susato's twin or something.
This court has no business raking over the coals of a case that was concluded a decade ago. The accusal brought by the prosecution and the defense is categorically denied. I take it there are no objections?
Play the Asoryu ones at least? We'll see. We'll see. I was only supposed to play 30 minutes of this game, just so you know.
How
played
could
way
you
more
have
than
done
30
any
minutes
of
of
this
this
game
game.
in 30 minutes? That's the real question.
No, it was a game redeem. So typically with game redeems, I only do like 30 minutes, but if I like it enough, I'll play all of it. But like playing extras too, I think might be a little too much more than I bargained for. Kazuma. He's more or less waited his whole life for this moment.
Didn't you play a whole game and this is like the sequel?
I think both were redeemed.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, redeem for what? To play the sequel too.
Yeah. Is there really nothing else we can do now? Join your Discord. Feel free to friend me. Looking forward to the collab. Yay! Okay, I'll do that. Thank you for joining.
Pop.
Is there no other avenue we can go down in pursuit of the truth about what happened all those years ago? If only there was someone who could testify about Clint Van Zeek's autopsy. There is! There is someone!
There is someone.
Like, just a yaoi extra? We'll see, Floppy. I'll see. He's gone to extraordinary lengths to cover his tracks, even so far as dispatching an assassin all the way to Japan to ensure Dr. Wilson's silence.
You
And
didn't
Dr. Scythe
realize.
won't say anything against Strongheart. But there's still one ray of hope.
Objection!
Eat my ass, Judge. And by my ass, I mean my
Actually,
partner's dad's ass.
there is one person. One person who could testify about that autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous. There's no one left.
Why would you say that?
Good goodness, guys. Tell me,
Kazuma,
please. The stroke and not yet.
He's crackling.
I'm not doing this for you.
I'm doing this for the truth.
I'm doing it for the truth. Duo's Yuri-phobic, you can't be yaoi-phobic too, Princess. I'm not yaoi-phobic. I'm just saying that, like, we've played so much more than what I promised for this game. And After this game, we can do more game redeems, so I am wanting to get through that list.
Did you finish Paranormal Site?
I did, yeah, I did.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, if you want, you can use your game redeem and you can redeem the rants extras to doubly make sure that I do them, you know? But I can't, for now, I'll just say that it's a maybe. The person the defense would like to call to the stand to testify about the autopsy of Lord Clint Van Zee
Susanoo!
is Eugene Mikotoba. Must be. I'm so
Yeah, it
sure
has to
it's
be. He's the guy that did it, so.
yeah.
Heaven help us, another Japanese.
At the 200k premium, yeah. Yeah. An expert in forensic medicine, my lord, Professor Eugene Mikotoba. 16 years ago, he came to London with Seishiro Jigoku and Genshin Asogi as a visiting student.
And what could his testimony possibly tell us?
Professor Mikotoba was the primary assistant during the autopsy in question. He was also the person who actually penned the report.
Incorrect. The autopsy was carried out by the coroner, Dr. Wilson. The report carries his signature.
Can I trade you eggs for treats? I wish you could trade me eggs for treats. I'll take all your eggs.
It was the primary assistant's duty to keep a written record of the coroner's work during the procedure. In actual fact, the coroner merely read over the report at the end and signed it.
In other words, Professor Mikotoba witnessed the entire autopsy from start to finish. The defense demands that Professor Mikotoba be summoned as a witness as a matter of urgency. Whatever really happened in that autopsy laboratory 10 years ago is something only he can tell us.
The defense's demand is denied.
What?
But Professor Mikotoba is in London at this very moment. We could summon him to stand in minutes.
No, of course he's not going to agree to it. Strongheart has no intention of summoning anyone who knows. He's too concerned about protecting himself.
Prosecutor Asogi, let me refresh your memory, as you seem to have forgotten the prosecution's stance. Only minutes ago, you accused the defendant of being the Reaper and of masterminding the assassin exchange.
Sorry, I did, yes.
So, present your evidence for those claims and make your case complete.
I... At this time, I don't have the requisite evidence, but that's exactly why we need witness testimony.
The professor case is closed. There are no clues in the distant past that will bolster your argument today. I'm afraid to say, Prosecutor Asogi, that you would appear to be possessed by the spirit of your late homicidal father. Now, as I stated earlier, this court has already reached a conclusion with respect to the matter at hand. Inspector Gregson was murdered by Japanese Supreme Court Judge Seishiro Jigoku. As for any hidden circumstances that may exist, they will be investigated in due course by the proper authorities.
Objection!
But we all know what will happen. That'll just give the mastermind of the whole venture time to cover his tracks again.
By which you mean me. Your punishment for this contemptible behavior will be decided at a later date. As for you, Prosecutor Asogi, you will be remanded following these proceedings. Willingly, I trust, since you gave your word.
Yeah.
Thank you, main matter at Pa. Hi, Princess. Hi, Gov. Welcome in. How are you? Good evening.
This futile game of revenge is over, young Master Asogi.
You gotta cry like a baby.
That was you?
No, you. You gotta cry like a baby.
Oh, you want me to do like a coughing baby?
Oh, Things are happening. I didn't read because I
I didn't
was
see
giving
it.
you
I was
some
too busy,
break
eyes closed,
time.
crying
I know,
like a baby.
right?
It's Sherlock Sholmes.
Mr. Sholmes!
You can't
This-
just bust into a place.
This is no place for amateur detection, Mr. Sholmes. May I remind you that these proceedings are closed to the general public. You will leave the courtroom at once.
Objection!
Mr. Sholmes was instrumental in the apprehension of Seishiro Jigoku before he fled from Europe. The court should hear what he has to say.
Lord Mayor Strongheart, it's imperative that you refrain from bringing this trial to an end at this stage. What the fuck?
Is it really? And why would that be?
You need only recall your own words from the opening of the trial to answer that question, if I may. We will not stop at nothing to uncover the whole truth behind these disturbing findings. Surely it can't be. The shock of being accused of the Reaper being the Reaper yourself has erased that from your memory, can it? Pussy.
He just like slips that in at the end.
The whole truth, sir, has already been uncovered.
What's he say? What? No.
It would seem that we have a great many important members of the judiciary present here today. I put it to you, my dear fellows, should the trial end at this juncture? After all, why have you been invited to attend? To nod along to the provocations of your superiors?
You're still going right now? We're about to wrap up. I just need to find a good place.
Order! Order in court.
I feel like there's about to be a recess.
Yeah.
It seems to me that we stand before a door that leads to a new era of legal practices. A door that is ajar. How can a jar be a door? Now, let us emerge from the shadows of the Reaper's decade-long ascendancy. But you and you alone, my dear fellows, have the power to push this door open now. So I'm confused. Is it a door or a jar?
The auditors in the gallery have no rights to express an opinion on court proceedings. Silence!
He's right. The judge has absolute authority here.
Yes, if you close the trial to an end, it must end. But will that really do? I sense dark things occurring behind the scenes. Dark things indeed.
Is there a single person here present who can honestly what? What? The trial should go on! Summon the witness! That's right. We need to clear this up before that young Japanese fellow is remanded in custody.
Yes, the people are on my side.
My lord, you assured those present that you would uncover the whole truth here. Vindicate yourself of this outlandish accusation! The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. That's the very foundation of British law.
Yeah! A toast to my dependable colleagues in the gallery.
On with the trial! On with the trial! Testify! Testify! Testify!
Well, my lord, you hear the voice of British justice, I take it. I think you'll find it will be rather awkward to silence.
I think I have to take calculus this summer. I fucking hated calculus. I hope you survived the summer, Floppy. That sucks. When Mizumi went, yeah, I thought that was your prosecutor voice for a hot sec. I was like, whoa, damn, not the voice I was expecting. Oh.
The court will recess briefly.
Ruckus.
I have no intention of shrinking from these allegations.
I only shrink from cold water in the pool.
Bailiff, arrange for the subpoena of the witness at once. As soon as the gentleman arrives at the courthouse, we shall reconvene.
A recess won't be necessary, my lord.
Pardon?
Yi Kotoba is a close friend of mine. He accompanied me today and is waiting in the antechamber as we speak. I do believe he's been enjoying a little trip down memory lane, in fact.
Right? Professor McCultapod here in the courthouse?
Mr. Sholmes, you didn't know this would happen, did you?
My dear fellow, no one is in a better position to answer that question than you, sir.
I wasn't just asking for the fun of it, you know.
Well, I must thank you for your assistance in this matter, Mr. Sholmes. However, you are of no further use here. Kindly leave the courtroom at once.
Oh, okay.
But of course, in truth, I find myself rather busy now as a result of these developments. Mr. Naruhodo,
Yes?
I trust you have Iris's little lucky charm with you.
Absolutely, it's still in my pocket.
She sends her regards and a reminder. If you find yourself at a dead end, the ears are at your disposal. Just one tug, if you please.
Oh, of course! I'll be in calc class while everyone and their mother is at Princess Expo. Oh, I'm sorry, Floppy. I hope that you can at least do some fun things over the summer.
In that case, the trial will continue without delay. Bailiff, show the witness to the stand.
Show up to the stand. All you need to know, Floppy, is that Phineas and Ferb is a fire-ass show, and if you need 104 days of summer vacation...
So, it's Lord Strongheart. He's the Reaper of the Bailey. Where exactly is this trial going to take me, I wonder? Just how deep am I about to be plunged into the blackness of the abyss? Well, I'm ready. I'm ready to head into the heart of this maelstrom and confront whatever horrors it tries to drown me under.
Whores. Drowning in whores.
Alright, this is a great place to pause. To be continued next week.
I think next week will probably be a finale.
I also think next week is the finale of this. So buckle in, everyone. I hope everyone is prepared for the finale of Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We'll finally hear who the real professor was, if it was actually Kazuma's dad. We'll hear all about, you know, Strongheart and the Reaper of the Bailey. What?
It was Strongheart the whole time. Everything was Strongheart.
You think so? I don't know. I don't think
Absolutely.
so. Woo, GG's, thank you. Plus Rant's extra one. We'll see if we have time, Floppy. Thanks for the stream. Of course, thank you so much for coming. Mizu, anything you want to plug before
It's an anti-plug.
An
My
anti-plug?
I am not streaming on Saturday. I have
Oh,
friends
okay.
over, so I shall be busy. So I'll see you next Tuesday, I guess, here. But after that, I guess I don't know what I'm gonna play, and I'll do a poll in my Discord. Maybe Paranormal Site, maybe some other thing, something more longer, or if people vote for one shots, I do more one shots.
If you need someone to help voice characters for Paranormal Site, I'd be down.
We'll see. I don't know if you're free Saturdays though. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, I guess it depends what time Saturdays. I can see if I can make it work.
I'll figure out what the votes go.
Mizu, you have
Who
to
knows?
read at 2 times speed next week, says Floppy, so you can catch up to 2 times of content.
Okie dokes. But that's all for me. Thank you for
Alright.
inviting me as always.
Of course, thank you, Mizu. We'll talk to you later. Everyone say bye, Mizu. Bye, Mizu.
Okay, bye.
Alright, let me just hide him. There we go. Alright, thank you guys so much for coming in. Tomorrow, no stream. Thursday, we will be streaming some more Jump King. I'm hoping that we can wrap up the rest of Great Ace Attorney. And then I'm gonna see if we can do Earthbound, if we can start that. I'll see how it goes. And then, you know, I'll just make my way down the Redeem list, because this, you know, has been... And then if we finish Babe of Transcension, I think I might take a pause on Jump King maps and really get a chance to like focus on the game redeem list. And I need to contact Tiny and maybe some extra friends to see what Dangan 3, when Dangan 3 is possible. Did I hear Earthbound? Yeah, one of my viewers like a year and a half ago redeemed Earthbound as one of the game redeems, and I haven't had a chance to get to it. One of the main problems right now is that my Switch controller is like the left side is dead, and it won't charge on my Switch, so I need new Joy-Cons. But also Joy-Cons are so expensive, so I might figure out like if I can borrow someone's Switch controller just so that I can like do the streams, because I think Earthbound is like on Nintendo Switch Online or something, which I have, like I got on someone's family plan, but I can't play without a controller, so one of my Joy-Cons is just dead, which is sad because it's one of the Animal Crossing Joy-Cons, so go figure. But yeah, everyone go check out Princess's Throne. There's pink Joy-Cons on there. There are pink Joy-Cons, but honestly not required, don't worry. If I don't get the pink Joy-Cons, I can find Joy-Cons to go, you know, to borrow from someone else. Was one of my favorites as a child. Okay, okay. I do know that it was like Eastward, or I think Eastward was kind of based on it, or there was like a version of Earthbound inside Eastward or something. So looking forward to that. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, focus right now is finishing Babe of Transcension map for Jump King and finishing Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and then maybe we can cycle through some of the game redeems that I have pending. Might save the Resident Evil one for October this year, just because it is spoopy and I think it's more appropriate for spooky season, so that one will just have to wait for a little bit. But the rest I will try to start to schedule into my rotating, you know, into the week. We'll see. Who can we raid into tonight? Copy the raid messages if you guys haven't. The first one is for subscribers. The second one is if you are not subscribed. It will work on anyone's stream because it is Twitch emotes, so everyone has access to them. We're gonna go say hello to, let's see, who can we say hi to? We got Pixel's doing me side. I know Mizu was playing that for a bit. I think he finished it recently. Pat is doing 7 Rebirth. Yui is doing some Honkai Star Rail. We actually haven't raided. We don't get a chance to raid Yui often, I think, because it's been a really long time since I've seen him live at the same time as me. So I think we might go raid into Yui. So it's my friend Meandering Otaku. We're gonna go here. He's playing some Honkai Star Rail. I think it's actually perfect because he has like really chill, very calm voice. It's like the perfect place to try to drop you guys off for the evening. It's really chill vibes there. And he'll take great care of you guys. As always, please be happy, please be healthy, but most of all, please be kind. Be kind to others because you never know what a smile, hug, or hello can do for someone who's having a bad day. And be kind to yourselves. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Get up and stretch your legs every once in a while. And go touch some grass, you know, because if you don't, you might get an embolism and then you'll die and then I'll be very sad. And I think everyone else in chat and your family will be sad and maybe your friends. So let's not start 2025 off on a sad note. On that note, please take care. I've heard that there might be an uptick in whatever infections are going on. So take whatever precautions you need to. Just stay safe, you guys. I will see you guys all later. Please say hi to Yui for me. He's great. I'm gonna run off and go shower because I'm gross and stinky because I feel like I ran around today at the grocery store. And my hands smell like garlic because I was processing all of that. Thank you, Princess and Mizu. Of course, Gov. Thank you so much for coming in. Go check out my friend Mizu and let's go hang out with Yui. All right, you guys. Bye. Twitch will take you guys over to Yui's stream. Copy the raid message. Say hello to him. All right. Love you guys. Bye.